Hello students! Welcome back. This is Ma'am Pao, your information technology teacher. Today, join me as we develop your life skills in information and communications technology or ICT. In our last episode, we learned about industry in the profession. This lesson is divided in 3 subtopics such as hardware, software, and IT services industries, IT profession in career, and ethics for ICT professionals. I hope that our recap keep you on track because our next lesson will show you more interesting and helpful things which you use in your chosen course someday. If you want to go back and watch our previous episode, all you need to do is go to our YouTube channel and don't forget to subscribe as well. In today's episode, we will discuss components of computer system, which will help you gain better understanding of how each of these components work together every time you use a computer. So put down your cell phone and lend me your ears and prepare your heart to listen. And students, ready your pen and notebook for we are about to start. But before we proceed with our discussion, let us look into the learning outcomes of today's session. To start our lesson, let's have a game. Write 10 places where you can find computers. I will give you 10 seconds. Time is up. Nowadays, you can find computers in many places, such as banks, schools, libraries, offices, shopping malls, homes, factories, hospitals, airports, and police stations. Did you get a perfect 10? Very good. As an information technology student, it is very important to know the different components of a computer system. Why? By knowing the computer components, you will be familiarized with some of the computer terminologies. Students, are you familiar with some of the basic parts of a computer system? If yes, well, that's good. I'm sure that you have already discussed them in your previous years at school. If not, do not worry because we will review them and try to see if you still remember the basic parts of a computer system. Computer system is a collection of different parts that are designed to receive, process, manage, and present meaningful information format. It has 3 elements that make a computer very useful, and these elements are hardware. Refer to the physical, tangible parts of a computer. Examples, monitor, keyboard, and mouse. They are the parts of the computer that we can be feel by the sense of touch. Next, we have software. This is also known as program or application that runs on a computer. Examples, operating systems, and application software. It also enables the computer to perform a specific task. Just remember that parts of computer that can be touched is called hardware, while the parts of the computer that cannot be seen or touched is called software. But to make the hardware work, you will need a software in it. The most important part of the computer system is the peopleware. It refers to the person that uses the computer in the development of software and hardware systems. Examples, computer engineers, website designers, computer technicians, software designers, and server administrators. It refers to you, me, and all of us because without us, the computer cannot work on its own. Now that we have discussed the 3 components of computer system, let us now have a closer look at the basic parts of the computer system. Have you used the computers inside your school's ICT laboratory? How do you use it? Did you use it to search for answers for your homework? Did you use it to edit pictures? Or did you use it for entertainment? No matter how you use it, a computer is an electronic machine that processes and stores information. It takes data using input devices, store it in its memory until it is ready to be processed in the processing unit, and sends out result using output devices. We will talk more about these devices. Input devices accepts data and instructions from the user or from another computer system. Users can enter data and instructions into computers and mobile devices in a variety of ways. First example of input devices is keyboard. It contains keys you press to enter data and instructions into a computer or mobile devices. There are different types of keyboards. We have built-in laptop keyboard, on-screen keyboard, clip-on tablet keyboard. Another example is mouse. It is a pointing device that fits under the palm of your hand comfortably. As you move the mouse, the pointer on the screen also moves. Another is touchpad. It is a small, flat, rectangular pointing device that is sensitive to pressure and motion. They are found mostly on laptops and convertible tablets. Another is touchscreen. It is a touch-sensitive display. They are convenient because they do not require a separate device for input. Smartphones and tablets and many laptops and all-in-ones offer touch screens. Next, stylus. It is a small metal or plastic device that looks like a tiny ink pen but uses pressure instead of ink. Another input device is digital pen, which is slightly lighter than a stylus. It's an input device that captures and converts a user's handwriting or drawings into digital format, which users can upload or transfer to a computer or mobile device. Another example is graphics tablet or digitizer. It is an electronic plastic board that detects and converts movements of a stylus or digital pen into digital signals that are sent to the computer. Architects, map makers, designers, and artists use graphics tablets to create images, sketches, or design. Next is motion input, sometimes called gesture recognition. Users can guide on-screen elements using air gestures. It involves moving your body or a handheld input device through the air. With motion input, a device containing a camera detects your gesture and then converts it to a digital signal that is sent to a computer, mobile, or game device. For example, gamers can swing their arm or a controller to simulate rolling a bowling ball down a lane toward the pins. Voice input. It is the process of entering input by speaking in microphone. It may be built in the computer or device in a headset or an external peripheral device that sits on top of a desk or other surface. Audio input is the process of entering any sound into the computer, such as speech, music, and sound effects. Another is video input. It is the process of capturing full motion images and storing them on a computer or mobile device's storage medium such as hard drive or optical disc. A digital video camera records video as digital signals, which you can transfer directly to a computer or mobile device with the appropriate connection. A webcam is a type of DV camera that enables you to capture video and still images and usually audio input for viewing and manipulation on a computer or mobile device. Smartphone and other mobile devices have built-in integrated digital video cameras. Using a webcam, you can send email messages with video attachments, broadcast live images or video over the internet, conduct video conferences, and make video calls. During video call, all parties see one another as they communicate over the internet. A video conference is a meeting between two or more geographically separated people who use network or internet to transmit audio and video data. Next is we have optical scanners. It is a light-sensing input device that reads printed text and graphics and then translates the results into a form the computer can process. A flatbed scanner works in a manner similar to a copy machine, except it creates a file of the document in memory instead of paper copy. Another is we have the optical character recognition or OCR devices. Include a small optical scanner for reading characters and sophisticated software to analyze what is read. It can read printed characters in a special font. Optical mark recognition OMR devices read hand-drawn marks such as small circles or rectangles. A person places these marks on a form such as a test, survey, or questionnaire answer sheet. Another is barcode reader, also called a barcode scanner. It is an optical reader that uses laser beams to read barcodes. QR code or quick response code is known as a 2D barcode because it stores information in both a vertical and horizontal direction in a square-shaped graphic that represents a web address or other content such as contact or phone numbers. QR codes can be read with QR barcode reader and QR code reader app on a smartphone or other mobile device. Another is we have the RFID reader or radio frequency identification. It is a technology that uses radio signals to communicate with a tag placed in or attached to an object, animal, or a person. An RFID reader reads information on the tag via radio waves. It can be a handheld device or mounted in a stationary object such as doorway. Magstripe reader. It is short for magnetic stripe card reader. It reads the magnetic stripe on the back of credit cards, entertainment cards, bank cards, identification cards, and other similar cards. And we have the last example of an input device is MICR reader or magnetic ink character recognition. Device reads text printed with magnetized ink. An MICR reader converts MICR characters into form the computer can process. The banking industry almost exclusively uses MICR for check processing. Output devices. Any piece of computer hardware that displays results after the computer has processed the input data that has been entered. Examples of output device is first, display device. It is an output device that visually conveys text, graphics, and video information. A monitor is a display that is packaged as a separate peripheral devices. Display technologies. We have the LCD or liquid crystal display. Sandwiches a liquid compound between two sheets of material that presents sharp, flicker-free images on a screen when illuminated. DTVs and smart TVs. Home users use a digital television as a display. Gamers also use a television as their output device. HDTV or high-definition television is the most advanced form of digital television working with digital broadcast signals, transmitting digital sound, supporting widescreens, and providing high resolutions. A smart TV is an internet-enabled HDTV from which you can browse the web, stream video from online media services, listen to internet radio, communicate with others on online social media, play online games, and more, all while watching a television show. Next is we have the LCD monitors. Liquid crystal display or LCD technology has been used in laptops for some time. It has recently been made commercially available as monitors for desktop PCs. We have also the LED monitors or light emitting diode, a display and lighting technology used in almost every electrical and electronic product on the market, from a tiny on-off light to digital readouts, flashlights, traffic lights, and perimeter lighting. Next example of output device is printer. It produces text and graphics on a physical medium such as paper. Printed information or hard copy exists physically and is more permanent form of output than that presented on a display or soft copy. There are different types of printer. First is we have the inkjet or bubble jet printer. It sprays ink at a sheet of paper. Inkjet printers produce high-quality text and graphics. Another example is laser printer. Uses the same technology as copy machines. Laser printers produce very high-quality text and graphics. Another example is all-in-one printer. also called multifunction printer or MFP, is a single device that looks like a printer or a copy machine but provides the functionality of a printer, scanner, copy machine, and perhaps a fax machine. 3D printer uses a process called additive manufacturing to create an object by adding material to a three-dimensional object, one horizontal layer at a time. It can print solid objects such as clothing, prosthetics, eyewear, implants, toys, parts, prototypes, and more. Another type is thermal printer, an inexpensive printer that works by pushing heated pins against heat-sensitive paper. Thermal printers are widely used in calculators and fax machines. Another example is platters and large format printer. A platter is a sophisticated printer used to produce high-quality drawings such as blueprints, maps, and circuit diagrams, while large format printer creates photorealistic quality color prints. Graphic artists use these high-cost, high-performance printers for signs, posters, and other professional quality displays. Another example is speakers. It is used to play sound. They may be built into the system unit or connected with cables. Speakers allow you to listen to music and hear sound effects from your computer. Another example is data projectors. It is a device that projects the text and images displaying on a computer or mobile device screen on a larger screen so that an audience can see the image clearly. Another example is interactive whiteboard. It is a touch-sensitive device resembling a dry erase board that displays the image on a connected computer screen, usefully via a projector. Processing devices. It is one of the hardware devices of the computer which processes the data according to the use. The Central Processing Unit or CPU executes the sequence of instructions given by the user. Processing devices are the main part of controlling which acts like the brain of a human. Examples are first, motherboard. It is the main circuit board of a computer. It contains all the circuits and components that run the computer. Another is the CPU or Central Processing Unit. It is the processor in the main brain or heart of a computer system. It performs all of the instructions and calculations that are needed and manages the flow of information through a computer. And we have two types of memory. We have the read-only memory or the ROM. It is non-volatile, meaning it holds data even when the power is on or off. While RAM or random access memory is volatile, meaning it holds data only when the power is on. When the power is off, RAM's contents are lost. Another is we have the storage devices, also called secondary storage. It is the physical material on which a computer keeps data, information, programs, and applications. First example of storage devices is the hard disk drive or HDD, also known as hard drive. It is a magnetic storage device that is installed inside a computer. The hard drive is used as permanent storage for data. In a Windows computer, the hard drive is usually configured as the C drive and contains the operating system and applications. Another example is the solid-state drive or SSD. It is a flash memory storage device that contains its own processor to manage its storage. Another is external hard drive. It is a separate freestanding storage device that connects with a cable to a USB port or other port on a computer or mobile device. Another is we have the memory card. It is a removable flash memory storage device, usually no bigger than 1.5 inches in height or width, that you insert in and remove from a slot in a computer, mobile device, or card reader or writer. Another is USB flash drive, sometimes called a thumb drive. It is a flash memory storage device that plugs in a USB port on a computer or mobile device. It is convenient for mobile users because they are small and lightweight enough to be transported on a keychain or in a pocket. Next is optical disc. It is a type of storage medium that consists of a flat, round, portable disc made of metal, plastic, and lacquer that is written and read by a laser. Another example is magnetic stripe cards. It is a credit card, entertainment card, bank card, or other similar card with a stripe that contains information identifying you in the card. And we have also smart cards, which is an alternative to a magnetic stripe card. Stores data on an integrated circuit embedded in the card. And we have the last one, RFID tags. Consists of an antenna and a memory chip that contains the information to be transmitted via radio waves. Now that we have learned components of computer system, it's time to have a short review. Classify the following computer parts by writing ID if it is an input device, PD if it is a processing device, OD if it is an output device, and SD if it is a storage device. You will have 3 seconds to answer the following. Are you ready? Let's start! Question number 1. We have the USB flash drive. So it is an example of a storage device. Number 2, processor. So it is an example of processing device. Number 3, RFID reader. It is an example of input device. How about number 4, interactive whiteboard? It is an example of output device. And lastly, we have scanner. So it is an input device. Students, how many scores did you get? I am sure you got high score in this activity, and because of that, good job and congratulations. You often can complete tasks using technology in multiple ways. Figure out how to perform the tasks described in these exercises by using one or more resources available to you. Sometimes we have encountered problems on our computer. Okay, so let us try to run diagnostic tools and check for computer hardware errors. If your computer is not functioning properly and you believe the problem is related to the computer's hardware, you can run diagnostic tools to check for hardware errors. If the diagnostic tool identifies a hardware error, you then can communicate information about the error to technical support personnel so that they either can correct the problem or suggest replacing the problematic hardware. The following steps guide you through the process of running diagnostic tools and checking for hardware errors. Obtain diagnostic tools. Your computer may have included diagnostic tools you can use to check for hardware errors. If it did not include diagnostic tools, follow these steps to download diagnostic tools from the computer manufacturer's website. First, navigate to the computer manufacturer's website. Next, click the necessary links to display information about the computer. Then, click the link to display a page containing drivers and/or downloads for the computer's model. Next, browse for a diagnostic tool that you can download to your computer. And some diagnostic tools can run with the operating system, and some require that you copy them to an optical disc or USB flash drive so that you can start the computer from this media and run the diagnostic tools. If necessary, copy the diagnostic tools to an optical disc or USB flash drive. Run diagnostic tools. First, run the program containing the diagnostic tools. If you copy the diagnostic tools to an optical disc or flash drive, insert it, and be sure to select the option to boot or start from the device. Then next, select the option to scan all computer hardware for errors. Then, begin the scan. Please note that because the program is scanning all hardware, it may take some time to complete. Some specific tests during the scan will require input from you, so watch the computer closely while the scan is in progress. And next, when the scan is complete, note any errors and, if desired, report them to the computer manufacturer's technical support team. When the scan is complete, If necessary, restart the computer. Exercises. What might cause you to use diagnostic tools to scan a computer for hardware errors? And after scanning your computer for hardware errors, were any found? Congratulations, students! You have successfully run diagnostic tools and checked for computer hardware errors. You did great! You can often solve problems with technology in multiple ways. At this time, you're going to determine the solution to the problem by using one or more resources available to you. Congratulations, students! You have found solution to a given problem. Good job! Now it's time for you to write your reflection. I hope you had fun studying components of computer system. For our next lesson, we will continue to discover and learn different types of software. You can still watch the replay of this episode on YouTube. Have fun! Once again, this is your IT teacher, Ma'am Pao, saying the real power of interactive technologies is that they let us learn in ways that aren't otherwise possible or practical. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.